whenever I was, 4 years ago, so I was about 14. Whenever I was 10, I had gallbladder surgery, and when I was in the hospital, I was given a toy. And you know, a toy's great whenever you're like 9 and 10, but then you outgrow those things and they get stuck in your closet and your keepsake buckets, and they just get pushed to the side. Whereas when my brother had the same surgery, he got a blanket in the hospital, and he's still been able to keep that. He's now 20, and he still has his blanket from whenever he was about 10. So that just really touched my heart to be able to want to start something in a way to give back to originally the same kids were at Wolfson's. And so I started making blankets in 2017. I would get all of my fleece donated to me by Callahan Middle School. The Beta Club there, they would bring fleece to the school, and they would get a Beta point. So it was a win-win for everyone, and I actually still get fleece from them every year. They donate for points. I wanted to start this to give back, like I said, to those children. And when COVID hit, they quit taking donations, Wolfson's did. So I started donating to FSS. For me, Wolfson's was a personal experience, and FSS is the same way. We have 3 adopted cousins in my household. So they're not my cousins, they're my siblings. But that's still very personal for me because I've had not necessarily foster children, but children that have come into my home, you know, welcomed into my home, and then adopted finally this year. So that is still a very personal donation for me to be able to give to foster children at FSS, for them to give to those children in those homes, for them to carry with them as they grow older. Even if they get it as a baby, they can still carry that with them when they're adults. So that's why I chose blankets and not toys. Originally I thought about toys, and then I really prayed about it and decided that blankets are the way to go, because it's a more personable gift that you can grow with. It doesn't outgrow you. Everyone wants a blanket. And with every blanket, my goal is to spread the love of God. Every blanket comes with a card that has Joshua 1:9 on it. It's, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid nor dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." That was a very personal verse for me whenever I had surgery. It was given to me from another girl I knew, and that has stuck with me all these years. I consider that to be my life verse, and I think it's very personal for someone in a hard circumstance just to know that they're not alone. They're not alone in that, and there are other people around them in the same situation. So that's basically why I'm doing this, because it is my way of giving back, but I also believe that this is what the Lord wants me doing. Recently this year, I prayed a lot about what I want to do as a job, as a career, and I've really settled on this, which is hard to just throw into right now because there's no profit right now, but eventually, you know, through a lot of prayer and hard work, I'm really hoping to make this a career. Right now it's a giveaway. Maybe one day it'll be a profit. So that's just a little bit of my story, along with Blankets by Brooke. Okay, so to trim the blankets, if any of you take one home, go about 1 inch away. Well, first, whenever you unfold the blankets, they're not lined up completely, so line the edges up completely, and then go about 1 inch away. And they don't have to be straight, because once you cut the edges off and you tie them, you won't even notice. So I just cut straight down. The ends are round, so just cut straight. And then once you get to there, eventually we'll cut that off. You can do it 2 ways. You can cut a square out, or I just cut until I get there. But whenever you do the corner, you want to feel which way it stretches. So it stretches long ways and not that way. So the trick with this is whatever way it stretches, that's a shorter side. Like you want to cut it less, because a lot of people do them 4x4, but then whenever you tie them, there's one shorter than the other. So you want this end to be shorter than when you cut that way. So I would cut this about and then whenever you're cutting this end, which is where it's folded, I cut them folded in half so it takes less time. But whenever you cut, you can put your scissors inside. And then just cut normal strips about an inch all the way down. That's pretty self-explanatory there. And then I just do like a little slip knot. And then whenever the blanket's finished, I fold it, I lay it across, and then I fold it up. And all of this will be fringe. And then and across. And what that'll do is just put all the fringe at the top and everything else hidden. It just looks nicer. And then I tie with the card, I tie it onto like just a little fringe in the center. So, and it'll look something like that.